What if the bottom of the pit isn't the worst place you've ever been, but the exact place where God needed to put you so that something extraordinary could happen? I know, that sounds like one of those pretty speeches people give when they don't know what else to say. But now that I've explained everything related to the law of divine return, I want you to wait, because there is a hidden truth inside your pain that most people never discover. A truth that has been in the Bible for millennia, that the science of manifestation only began to understand in recent decades, and that can activate in less than 24 hours a cycle of return in your life that you never imagined possible. Hold on, because this is going to get more intense. Now, what I'm going to say here is going to generate controversy. There will be people who disagree. There will be people who say this is an illusion, that it's false hope, that spirituality doesn't work this way. And that's okay, because this video wasn't made for everyone. It was made for you, who still believe, even if your faith is covered in dust. For you, who are still here watching, even though you're tired, even though you have doubts. For you, who deep down know that there is something greater at work, even when you can't see it. And that's exactly why the law of divine return is not an empty promise. It is a law just as real as the law of gravity, and it will act in your life. The question is not whether it will. The question is when you will stop blocking what is already coming toward you. Let me tell you the story of a woman named Martha. She's not a biblical character in this context. She's a real woman, 52 years old, who one day found herself completely at rock bottom. She had lost her job after 20 years at the same company in Houston, Texas. Her marriage was in crisis. Her children were distant, each one immersed in their own lives. And she, who had always been the strong woman in the family, the one everyone called when they needed support, found herself alone in a small apartment, with mounting bills and the feeling that God had simply forgotten her address. Martha wrote to me on a Tuesday afternoon. She didn't write asking for help. She wrote to tell me she had given up, that she was going to stop praying, stop trying, stop believing, because in her words, either God doesn't exist or he simply doesn't care about me. And I understood that pain. I understood it deeply, because there are moments in life where faith doesn't feel like an anchor. It feels like a weight, and carrying that weight while you're sinking feels unbearably cruel. But I needed to tell her something that went beyond empty comfort. I needed to tell her the truth. And the truth is this: the moment you are about to give up is, almost always, the moment immediately before the turning point.